Dear students, welcome to JCE Connect, subject Engineering Chemistry, Module 2 Corrosion and Metal Finishing. In the previous class, we discussed about anodizing of aluminium. Today, we will try to understand the other methods of corrosion control. The second method under protective coatings is metal coating. This refers to deposition of a metal over the base metal. We can easily understand this by observing the diagram given here. The metal chosen for coating on the base metal should be anodic to the base metal. That is, the coating metal should be above the base metal in galvanic series. Example, if iron is to be coated, then the metals like zinc, magnesium, cadmium can be chosen since all these metals are above iron in galvanic series. The base metal becomes cathodic and hence it will not undergo corrosion. The coating metal becomes anodic and hence it undergoes corrosion by protecting the base metal. Therefore, if iron is coated with zinc, where iron is base metal to be protected and zinc is the coating metal, then zinc undergoes corrosion. The typical example of anodic metal coating is galvanization. It is a process of coating a base metal surface like iron with zinc metal. Galvanizing of iron or steel is more preferred because of its low cost and ease of application. This process involves dipping the base metal iron into molten anodic metal zinc. The zinc should melt at relatively low temperature and the base metal iron must withstand this temperature without any undesired changes in its properties. The process of galvanization involves the following steps. At first, the iron metal surface is cleaned by washing with organic solvents, then with caustic solution, that is NaOH solution. Then the rust and other deposits are removed by washing with dilute sulfuric acid, which is called pickling. Finally, the iron metal is washed well with water and air dried. The dried iron metal is dipped in a bath of molten zinc at 425 degrees Celsius to 430 degrees Celsius. To prevent the oxidation of zinc metal, the bath is covered with a flux of ammonium chloride. The excess of zinc on iron metal surface is removed by passing through hot rollers. These rollers wipe excess zinc and hence the coating will be thin and uniform. All the above steps in galvanization can be understood well by referring the diagram given here. The second method of corrosion control is cathodic protection. The metal can undergo corrosion if it acts as anode. If that metal is converted to cathode, then the metal will not undergo corrosion and hence it is protected from corrosion. Therefore, in cathodic protection, the metal to be protected is converted to cathode and no part of it is allowed to act as an anode. This is achieved by supplying electrons to the metal from an external source. The cathodic protection can be achieved by the following methods. First one is sacrificial anodic method and second one is impressed current method. Observe the diagram of a buried oil storage tank made up of iron. To protect this iron tank, an anodic metal like magnesium is connected to iron tank. Since magnesium is more active in donating the electrons than iron, iron receives electrons from magnesium and hence iron tank remains cathodic and hence it will not undergo corrosion. Magnesium will sacrifice itself by donating electrons to iron and therefore this method is called sacrificial anodic method. Zinc and aluminium can also be used as anodes to protect iron from corrosion. After continuous usage, the sacrificial anode will get exhausted and hence it is to be replaced with new anodes periodically. The second method under cathodic protection is impressed current method. Suppose larger structures like marine structures or buried pipelines are to be protected from corrosion. Impressed current method can be effectively implemented in such cases. The structure to be protected is connected to the negative of DC source. The positive of DC source is connected to any inert anodes like graphite as shown in the figure. But here the DC current applied must be larger than the corrosion current. Since the metal structure receives the current, that is the electrons, from the connected DC source, it remains cathodic and hence it will not undergo corrosion. The anode remains unaffected since it is inert. Platinum and silicon are also used as inert anodes in this method. In today's class, we discussed about galvanization, sacrificial anodic method, and impressed current method of corrosion control. You may expect questions like, what is galvanization? Discuss the process of galvanization. Explain cathodic protection methods of corrosion control. Thank you.